Hey guys, welcome back to the Kind of an Expert podcast, the only podcast where the guest picks the topic of every single episode. My name is Corey Tyndall, and as always, I'm your host. And this week, I sat down with New York City comedian Torrey Huggins to talk about being a massage therapist. I personally have gotten a lot of massages. Thank you, genetics, for the back problems. I've always kind of been interested in like what that job is like. To be completely honest, I've always thought it was going to be completely horrible, and I think Torrey did a great job of confirming that suspicion. He tells some crazy stories, and I think you guys are going to like it. Even if you've never gotten a massage in your life, it's absolutely unbelievable the stuff that he's had to deal with. So you're going to really enjoy this episode. Follow him at Torrey Huggins on Instagram, and check out his podcast on YouTube called No Keep Talking. And as always, follow me at Corey T Comedy on all social media. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that fun stuff. If you're in New York City, come see Ope, a comedy show every single week at Ferns in the East Village. And if you enjoyed this episode with Torrey, you want to see him when you're visiting New York City, hit me up, shoot me an Instagram message, tell me to put him back on the show, and we're 100% going to do that. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, and let's get into the episode. Get to pick.
Okay.
New York, you don't get to pick what you're doing or when or where. The city tells you where you can live.
Yeah, like, dude, like, it's, New York is exactly like, hey, how much money you got? Well, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Fuck it, man.
Okay, so you need that much to survive. Great. I'm going to take just up to that fucking point. That was, I had an ex like that, and she grew up watching like all those shows for teenagers about New York, like Gossip Girl and all that. And that's what she wanted New York to be. But she didn't make Gossip Girl money. And so she's like, she had this image in her head, and she was always miserable. Like, she lived Midtown, or she lived Upper East Side, but then she wanted an apartment that was closer to the train that she wanted, but then it was like this shoebox apartment that was right next to the bridge to Queens. So it was just people honking 24/7. And she was miserable. She couldn't understand, like, why can't I find something? Why can't I find something good?
God.
I was like, because the city doesn't want you to find something good.
No. You really have to, like, bargain bin shop. Like, when I moved here, it was like, I moved here October 2019.
Okay.
And then
Oh, damn. I just put that together.
Because I was in Virginia, and I did comedy for like 2 years. And I was like, okay, I got laid off of this temp job. And I was like, you know what? Fuck these people.
Yeah.
Because like it was one of those jobs where like, you know how you have like 401ks and 529s and shit?
Yeah.
So they had everyone trained, and they were like, all right, the requirement, this is the requirement. You had to be 100% accurate. That's impossible.
On your forms.
Yeah, like it was like say someone will send in some checks, right? They'll send in like a grandma will send in like a $50,000 check.
Yeah.
We had to take that check and like split it between these like funds and stuff. And I was like in the top 3 of the shit, and I was like, okay, cool, bet. I guess I'm good. They don't give any feedback. I guess I'm good. So then like one day, you just like start seeing empty chairs after like. It's like every chair is full. The class just got out. Then like every once in a while you see like, oh, here's Blase Blasco.
We're gonna see him again. It's like a horror movie. You could do like a good short sketch, like filming like a horror movie. Like the light goes out above their chair. You got like creepy music in there. That's brutal,
dude. It was so fucked up. And then I remember they let me go. And the girl I was in at the time, she got me the job, and I was like, all right, cool. But she was still there, and she didn't feel like she was decent at it or whatever. But then they took me in the office and they let me go, and I was like, well, what did I do wrong? And they were like, well, you're gonna have to talk to your temp agency. And the temp agency, they were like, yeah, they said you were inaccurate. I was like, well, no one said anything. I could have fixed this.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I always want to go to New York. I'm already doing comedy here. I'm gonna go ahead and move to New York.
Yep.
And the friend that I got a job for at my job right now, him and his fiance at the time, they were living in Crown Heights, and I hit them up, sold my car, and I came here. My 4th day in New York, I was like, I was staying at their house in their studio apartment, and on the 5th day, he comes to me and he's like, yeah, man, me and Blase Blah broke up. It's her grandma's apartment.
Oh no! Oh, dude.
He's like, we got to move out. I was like, when do we got to leave? He was like, tomorrow. I was like,
no
dude,
shit.
How the fuck? Like, he was like, it's fine. You can just sleep in my car. I was like, sleep in your car? What the? It's October. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Holy shit.
So then I just like lived in this. I call it a hostel when I'm just like talking to people or whatever that aren't familiar. But like, it was basically a 2-bedroom apartment in Bed-Stuy. Myrtle and Marcus Garvey.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the lady, she initially had it as an Airbnb, but she had signage inside there that was like, if you want to pay me directly outside of the app, it's cheaper, and you just deposit money in the safe under the sink. And I was like, okay, cool. 2.5 months.
You gotta trust that she's actually gonna like record it though.
Yeah.
Like you put money under the sink and she's like, I didn't get it. You're like, I put it there. I don't know who is paying for this, but it ain't me. I don't have it.
Dude, it was so bad. It was like she had 3-tiered bunk beds.
Wow.
I didn't even know those existed.
That's awesome.
Like it was one in one room, one in another room, and the other 2 were in the kitchen/living room.
Okay. And
mine was in the kitchen, bottom bunk, and she didn't have any lockers, so I slept with all of my shit in my bed all the time. I came to New York with fucking. I had a.
That's
duffel
what I
bag.
do in third world countries.
Dude, yeah. Oh, dude. Oh, man, that shit fucking killed me, man. But well, it was I did that for 2.5 months, so that's October, November, December, and then I was running low on cash because like I could have worked at a hotel, but I was like, all right, I could find something else. I just need to have something, and I had $30 left.
Damn.
So it was like $30 a day. I had $1,200 plus my unemployment, and I was sitting at the bus stop one morning. And I was like, damn, dude, I got $30. Am I going to get another night? Am I going to get some groceries? Am I going to just like get a Metro card? And
no, you can hop the turnstile. Don't get the Metro card. I know you don't know that right when you move here, but like if you're down to $30, the Metro card is no. You do the quick look around for the cops, and then you hop the turnstile.
Yo, that shit. You know what? I decided. I remember the first time I hopped the turnstile. I was with one of my friends, another comic, and I had my backpack on, and I was doing laundry, so I had a bunch of quarters in my pocket. And I tried to hop it, and my foot got caught.
Oh, dude. That's the funniest shit to watch. I don't care if the person ends up gravely injured. I'm into it. I will laugh in their face.
Oh, dude. I felt like Sonic when his cold rings come out. Oh, dude, that shit was, and he's just like laughing at me.
Oh, yeah. Like, as he should have. That is the move. You can't. Ever since then, I was like, you know what? I'll pay. Fuck it. That's
it
fucking
doesn't
karma.
matter.
Yeah.
So then I was sitting out at the bus stop, and it's like 8 o'clock in the morning, and then one of the guys who was staying there, he was like a black dude from Utah, like hardcore Mormon guy.
Sure.
And he was an author, and he saw me, and he saw I was looking like troubled or whatever. So I was talking to him.
The Mormons always know when people are looking troubled.
Yeah, because they want to recruit you.
Yeah, it's true. That is true. Yeah.
So then he's like he knows my situation or whatever, and he's like, look, man, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you $300. You don't have to pay me back. Just pass on the good karma.
God damn.
Right?
I could use $300. You already passed that on? I'll take it.
And
that drink is $300. That's the bar at my apartment is very expensive.
and it's very nice.
Thank you.
If anyone does, please, when you listen to this podcast, please definitely try to be on it, because like it doesn't. If you're an audience member, this is spectacular. This is
it's a facade. No, that is bottom tier liquor. That was the bar was bought off Wayfair for like $200. It looks nice. See, that's the key. You got to get the shit that looks nice, but if you like pushed it, it would collapse.
Dude. I mean, you got the wine rack with and then you got the glasses on top.
Yeah,
with the fruit.
It looks fancy.
Display fruit, which also doubles as garnish.
The display fruit. The fruit is for garnishes. That's not display fruit. The little cactus thing is for display.
You know what? I'm gonna get you a cutting board for this. Because you pull out the cutting board. It doesn't have to be like huge or whatever. Just like fit this.
Well,
dude.
The nice part is my kitchen is only 5 inches away from the bar. So I just normally go over there when I got to cut something.
So gradually she's like, oh, I got drinks. Oh, he's actually prepping stuff. Oh, he's got a kitchen. He looks like he knows.
I got the kid up there too.
Oh, yeah.
$20 on Amazon. It looks fancy.
That's $20?
$20. I couldn't believe it.
Oh my God.
The reason this looks nice is because I spent 2.5 years looking online for good deals.
Dude.
Until I found one. And then I was like, all right, that looks how I want it to look, and it's pretty cheap.
That is a fucking dream, man. That is a dream. And speaking of dreams, fucking so
I'll send it to you. I'll send you the link. You're like, oh shit, he wasn't kidding.
if a crime show was playing and you had some wine, like, dude, like it would be over. Like, this is perfect, man. So so he gives me $300 and I find a job in December of 2019. And I was like, okay, cool. I got money coming in. I got a lead on an apartment, a room for rent. All I wanted was a door. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
A door.
I didn't have one in my first apartment.
Oh, really?
Didn't have a door. I had, the door to my apartment, but it was a 2-bedroom. I had to put up massive curtains over a hole in the wall because that's where my room was.
Yo, that shit suck. Like, so he gives me the money. I find a job, and then I'm steady getting money, and I find a place for rent, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna get the spot, $750. Room for rent. It's in Astoria. This is nice. I never been to Queens. Never been in Astoria. Yeah, everything included. Perfect. And March 2020. It was the 16th. Yep. I remember doing a mic at Creek in the Cave.
Okay.
And it was chill.
Thank God that place closed down. Jesus Christ. Everyone's like, oh, I'm going to miss all these spots. I was like, Creek in the Cave needed to go. That was more sexual harassment per square inch than any other comedy club in the fucking world. I guarantee
place was so different.
And I know older comics are like, no, the Creek, it was the best. I was like, yeah, 15 years ago.
Yeah,
it was
older comics
awful
are like
by the time I got
now.
there.
So then the pandemic happened as soon as I get this job, and they lay everybody off. So while I'm there, so like December to March, I'm working overnights in Chinatown at the Marriott, 11 p.m., 7 in the morning.
God damn.
And still doing comedy. So I get off at 7, take the F up, go to sleep, get home at like 8, go to sleep until 1, do mics from like 3, 5, 7, 9, hang out at a club until I got to walk to work at 11.
God damn, that would be a brutal schedule. Holy shit. I want like, no part of that.
Oh my God. I was like, dude, I'm not leaving New York.
How come why didn't you like just claim yourself as a comedian full time and then get the unemployment? Because I know a bunch of comics that did that, which I realized like I should have quit my day job during the pandemic, just done that.
Oh yeah. But
they were making bank.
They were making so much money, but my fucked up dumbass, like when I was leaving Virginia, my license was getting suspended.
Oops.
So I was like, well, I'm going to New York, so fuck DMV. Like,
yeah, right.
So I get here, and I hadn't done my taxes in like the last 3 years at that time.
Oops.
And I was getting unemployment from Virginia.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you can't get employment in 2 different states. So I was like,
that's a good way to get arrested.
Yeah, facts. Like, yo, Wesley Snipes, if you're listening to this, dude, I feel you, man.
I have one listener, and one of them's it's Wesley Snipes.
That shit was so...
That sucks.
I couldn't get the unemployment, and I didn't do my taxes. Then when they laid me off, I was working at Key Food during the pandemic.
Yep.
And I was the guy that stood outside controlling the line of
Dude.
people. Greek women,
Everybody's favorite,
don't give a fuck about you when they gotta get their goddamn bread.
I don't think they give a fuck about you in general, but like, especially if they're hungry, yeah, that's not gonna work out for you.
That shit was so fucked up. Like, I'd be like, all right, 3 people went out. I could let 2 people in, and then women just like walking past you like, oh, fuck this guy. I don't give a fuck. I need to get my chopped lettuce or whatever the fuck they get, my feta cheese, hummus. And so I was doing that.
Cherry tomato, bitch. I love Greek food. It's so good.
Oh, yeah. You should Greek fish, man. Super good. So then so I was doing that, and then May happened. And so from March to May, I was working at Key Food, and then my old job called me, and they were like, look, we're closed down, but we need someone to be there overnight. And I didn't give a 2-week notice or not. I called my manager as soon as I got off that phone at Key Food. I was like, I'm not coming in.
Damn.
It was like
that is the best part. Hold on. That is the best part about a low-paying job is you could just not. You don't have to give a fuck because you're so replaceable and they don't care at all. They're like, oh, wow, that sucks for one shift. And then they figure it out immediately. Because there's always, especially during the pandemic, it's like right after I graduated college, I didn't have a job for most of that summer. I was like applying, couldn't find anything. My degree's in psychology. I didn't know how to sell it. I was like, I needed to sell it as like, no. I'm like, it wasn't like let me hear about your feelings type psychology. It was like number crunching psychology.
Oh shit.
And I didn't realize that's how I needed to sell it because I was applying for all these jobs and they were like, why would we take you in this econ major? I was like, no, but I'm smart, I promise. I get a job I like applied, got a job at a Jet's Pizza to deliver pizzas right after I graduated college because I was going to borrow my stepmom's car. I was just going to deliver it because I couldn't not do anything else. I was like, I need money.
Yep.
The day before my first day, I got another job. And I called them the day that was supposed to be my first night, and I was like, "Yep, sorry, got something else. I can't come in. It's not gonna happen." And they were like, "Really? You can't even do like one shift?" I was like, "No." Why?
I like how they tried to
Why
like
would I? What are they gonna do?
you.
Like call my next boss and be like, "Did you hear what he just fucking did to us?" It's like you're not gonna find my next boss. That's
dude. That shit is so fucking crazy. And then like fucking I started working at the job overnight, and it's at a hotel, but they have no occupants because it's a pandemic. So I was like sitting there, it's like, okay, cool. I'm just here overnight by myself. I was dating a girl at the time, so like she would come and we just spend the night at that job.
How many of the rooms did you fuck in?
All of them. Okay, so
there were 100 rooms in the hotel, and
this is the thing. if there were multiple, it was like a 6-story hotel.
Okay,
top floor only.
Okay,
I'm only doing it at the top.
No, you're right. You're right. That's the way to, because that's the other option. Either you fuck in every room or you only fuck in the nicest room. Dude, I respect both of them.
It was so dope, man. That shit was so dope. Because like my intentions when I came to New York was like, all right, I have a license in massage therapy. I worked for Massage MV for like 6 years.
Oh, dude.
I'm going to come here. I'm going to get bank. But when I came here, that's what it was. I was trying to get my license switched over from Virginia to New York.
For massage? Or
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you get your license through the nursing board, and I was like, okay, cool, bet. This is what I'll do, whatever. Also, by the way, being a male massage therapist is probably one of the worst things.
Yeah,
ever. It's so
I was gonna
bad.
say you have a nice soothing voice. I could definitely see where the ladies were lining up.
Dude, it was so crazy. I remember. So when I was doing it, there was this lady, right, and she was the first lady I worked on. She was 79 years old, right?
Okay.
And after massage is over, she's like, hey, do you do any work outside of here? So I was like, oh shit, yeah, because like Massage Envy. Also, too, when you're watching massage, when you get a massage at a place, so basically, as a massage therapist, you're supposed to get paid $1 per minute.
Okay, as a tip.
No, as like your compensation.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So if you do a 60, you get 60.
Yeah.
You do a 90, 90. And
right.
So what Massage Envy does...
That's a company.
Yes.
Okay.
They pay you... If you do a 60-minute massage, they give you $15.
Jesus Christ. $15 an hour? I mean, I guess that's minimum wage.
Like, they're looking at it like, okay, well, we do all the work and you just massage.
That's
Here
the
you
work.
go. Yeah, facts. And then
All
like
right.
the 90-minute massage was like, okay, 90 minutes you get $22.50. 2-hour massage you get whatever that is, whatever. So I give her my number. This is like my first lady, whatever, fresh out of school. Give her my number, and she texts me like that same week, and she's like, I got a room at the Hyatt. Which in the South, like New York, there's so many hotels. In the South, the Hyatt's like the Ritz-Carlton. It's like the Trump Hotel. And she was like, I got a room at the Hyatt, and I think you should come over. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, okay, this is my first opportunity to make money. By the way, leading up, she had gotten massages with me before she became my regular, but like when she would show up, she would always book my last hour of the evening. But she would bring me like a 6-pack in a Harris Teeter bag, like a grocery store bag.
Oh, shit.
Like,
wow.
Oh my God.
Do you know this woman's backstory? Like, what was her deal? Was she married? Was she like widowed? Like, what's she working with?
It was like, so she had a son. She was married, she had a son, and her husband was like, she left him, got the divorce money, and got a boob job.
Nice.
So I was like, okay,
Good
she's
her.
79 years old.
Good for her.
But her fucking titties were like, dude, like it was like her varicose veins were holding them up. Like she'd need a bra.
Oh, dude.
And she was like I guess if you could describe it, she wasn't like Mrs. Doubtfire. Well, Mrs. Doubtfire was Robert Williams, but
she wasn't a man in disguise. That's good to know.
She was like she was like the madam of a brothel.
No,
like
shit.
That was like her like
wow
whole energy, her vibe, and she would do all these things. So
she wasn't actually. That was just kind of her.
Yeah,
that was.
Yeah,
oh, okay. Yeah. I thought you were saying that's what she did. I was like, oh, damn, this is making way more sense now. Oh, damn it. You just let me down. I was so excited. I was like, oh, shit. I knew there were brothels in New York. I don't know where any of them are.
Yeah, but like, I wouldn't be surprised if she did, because like her life was just like, she like how she carried herself. She had like a very gypsy-ish vibe about her.
Yeah.
So like
she gives fortunes on the side.
Yeah,
I got you.
Tarot readings and shit. So like she I had to consult with my roommate, and I was like talking to him, and he was like, he's been incarcerated for a while.
Okay.
So like all
your
of
roommate
his
now.
No. When she hit me up to give her a massage.
All right.
So she was I talked to him, and like his advice is like take it or leave it, but he's been incarcerated, so all his advice comes from like mixtapes. It's fucking weird. It's so weird. And he's like, I asked him, I was like, yo, like Derek, like I got to massage this lady and I'm unsure about it. Like she wants me to come like overnight to do it.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, man, look, man, 2 Chainz said. What did 2 Chainz say? He's like, scared money don't make no money. And I was like, dude, never mind. Okay, just never fucking mind.
Yeah, you gotta stop going to that guy for help.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
So I'm in my 96 Toyota Corolla.
Yep.
And I got my massage tape, I got all my shit, and I'm walking through the lobby of this hotel, and like, you know, it's late, but like usually someone will say something to you.
Yeah.
Right? Like, hey, how you doing? How's your eating? Are you checking in? Are you checking out? Whatever, you visiting something. But like it was like 2 young dudes at the front desk, and like they didn't like say anything to me, but their eyes were like, we know why you're here.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, there you go.
So I go up there, and like she's like ecstatic. Like she's just the happiest she could possibly be. She was like, thank you for coming. Like I can order a pizza. I got she bought a 24-pack of Bud Light.
Damn.
And I was like, okay, you're not gonna finish this tonight, and I'm not spending the night.
You know, she probably was just sitting there like in the store looking at the wall of beer and going like, how much can a guy in his early 20s drink? 24? I don't know. I've never finished more than 2 at a time.
Dude, it was so insane.
That choice probably gave her so much anxiety at the store. She probably thought about that for hours.
It's
like, did I get the right amount of beer? And you're like, I don't care. I'll finish 2 of these, maybe.
Yeah. So I'm like sitting there, and she's like, she had a, at the time I didn't know what it was, but now that I'm an adult, it was a charcuterie board.
So you're just at the time, you're like, oh, you got meat and cheese on a block of wood. Dude, wow, that's cool, I guess.
Because, like,
But, like, that's so funny. God damn.
So it's like on the little coffee table and shit, and it's like, she had the prosciutto, God. And now that I'm adult, I'm like, I know it's prosciutto, but like, I was like, this bitch just is trying to get me raw meat.
Now that you've seen The Sopranos, you understand. She wanted to be fancy, but not too fancy.
It was like that, and with she cut cheddar cheese pieces, put it on it, and then it was on top of a Triscuit.
I'm in.
Sounds
great.
But then it started getting weird because she's like trying to make me feel comfortable, and she was like, "Hey, do you want to watch a movie or something?" And I was like, okay.
I mean, you're on a date right now. That's a date.
And she's like, she's flicking through the TV channel, the direct TV channels, and she's like going through like action, horror, comedy, and then like she goes to the adult movies, and she looks and she's like, these are very interesting because I never watched one of these before.
That's a lie. Come on, there's no way. There's no way. She was like, yeah, the first time is going to be with this random massage guy. There's going to be prosciutto, cheddar cheese. That's when I want to watch a porn. That's my dream.
So she's like, she goes to the adult movie. She clicks on it, and you know, I'm 35, so I've been looking at porn
now or at the time.
No. So this was like 10 years ago, 11 years ago. So I'm 24 at this time.
Yeah.
And, you know, I remember when I was a kid, I used to like record porn on VHS and all that shit. But I'd put like Land Before Time on shit. Like, my mom's not going to watch Land Before Time. Come on.
Yeah.
So she starts playing it. So it's playing in the background. And I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and like set the massage table up, whatever. So I was like, all right, set it up. And I'm like, look, I'm going to step into the bathroom. When I go in the bathroom, you can disrobe to your comfort level.
We know where that's going. We know where that's going.
So I was like, you can disrobe to comfort level, and all you got to do is say, I'm ready, and I'll come out. So I'm in there, and like, you know, I've been doing it for a little while. So like, it usually takes like people max 2 minutes. And I'm in there for like 10, 15 minutes.
Damn.
And I was like, yo, you okay? And she was like, oh, I'm fine. You can come out. So I come out, and like the table that I set up, like she's like not on it. And I'm just like looking. I was like, oh shit, like.
Like on the bed, like hand on her head.
Yeah, I go
the
further.
Pay me like one of your French girls pose.
Like that, she's got that fucking like the plush couch with the tassels on it.
yeah. Holding the big red pillow over her chest. Yep.
And I look at the table, she's out there, and I turn, and she's like laying on the California King, and I'm just like, all right, I know what time it is.
Yeah.
Like, and, you know, at that age, you have condoms in your pocket or whatever. So I take the condom out, and I like put it on, and I'm walking over to her, and she like grabs my dick, like just like, you ever seen like one of those, like, you ever seen like a horror movie and someone's like trapped in a room they can't get out of, and they start like trying to work the door, and it hurt a lot.
Oh no. Oh no, maybe this was her first time watching porn.
So then she goes to the base of the condom and like peels the condom off, and then she like flicks it, and I'm just like gauging like, okay, do I really want to just go in there like this?
Yeah.
And I'm like completely naked at the time.
Sure.
So I am looking for the condom without making her feel weird that I'm looking for.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sex is so hard when you're trying to think about something else at the same time, because you can't. If you look away, they're gonna be like, "What are you doing? What are you looking at? What are you?" So you're like trying to play it cool. So you're like doing this like stretch thing where you're like, "Oh, let me look. Oh, no, it's not over there," and it just doesn't work.
Dude.
It's so awkward. You never find it. You
It's
never
so
figure it
bad.
out.
So like I'm like on like all fours, quickly on all fours, naked, looking for the condom. And I don't know how she did this, but it was like behind the night table, the nightstand.
Wow.
And I like,
She flicked it good.
yeah, right? Like you're facing this way and it's that way. Damn. So I take it and I'll just put it back on. It's whatever. People don't clean behind there. So
Nah, it's fine.
So I put it on and I'm like going to her and she's like motioning, like doing sign language, like pointing to her mouth and then pointing to her vagina at me. And I'm just like looking like, dude, like, well, I'm not doing that. I'm not like, come on, man. Like, I don't know what's in that time capsule, man. Like, I don't want to go down there. So like, it's like I've had Arby's sandwiches like, before,
the
but
old Nickelodeon time capsule in there.
Like, it's just prosciutto.
Yeah.
Like, her Assassin's Creed hood.
Yeah,
on
I was
her
gonna
fucking
say comic books from the '60s.
And it was crazy because like I remember when I started going to school for massage, my teachers, they would always talk about like, you know, like making a lot of money because like as an hour and you'll make a lot of money and shit. So I was like, okay, cool. Like an hour you make like a lot of. So like me and her have sex, and it was she wasn't like figure eight or Coke bottle.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
Temper, like a goose down pillow type.
Okay. All right.
She was very pale. She shined. Like no tans, just straight up and down. And once we're done having sex, I'm getting the beer, and then I look at the prosciutto. I'm not taking that. And she gives me this envelope, and I'm like, thank you so much, or whatever. And I get all my shit, and I go to my car, and it's like $80. And I was like, oh my God. I just fucked this old ass lady for $80.
Yeah. So when we were talking about doing bullshit jobs, I didn't think male prostitute was going to be one of them. If you said that was what you want to get into, you would have blown my fucking mind before we started doing this.
Oh
you
my
snuck
God.
it in there. You're like, nah, I'm a massage therapist. This fully ended. You didn't even give her a massage. No. You just slept with her for money. This.
Dude,
fucking Torrey Huggins, male prostitute over here. If you don't talk about that on stage, I swear to God, you have to, because you got tricked into being a prostitute. Like you thought it was gonna be massage, and then also like, all right, well maybe I'll like slap her titty around a little bit, but you just like,
dude,
wow.
Her titties were so whoever did her titties, dude, I gotta find her and then ask her who did her boobs, because like. They
probably
were
got killed by a massage therapist, honestly.
She would come back to like Massage Envy like every once in a while after that situation, and like at first it was like we would start doing the massage, and then it would just, she always booked like a 90-minute massage.
Yeah.
And the first like 10 minutes we're talking, and the rest of the time we're just having sex.
Wow. That's amazing. Jesus. That does, okay. So you hear about like, you know, the Robert Kraft from the Patriots thing, like he's getting hand jobs, or like there's always the thing, it's like, oh, you're getting a massage, oh, you're going to get jerked off at the end of it. I always wondered how often that actually happened, because I've like, through my history, I've gotten plenty of massages because I got a bad back.
Oh,
thanks,
dude,
Dad.
Yeah.
But I've never even been offered. Not once.
Dude.
And I like to think it's not because I'm too ugly.
No, dude.
I feel like if anybody's gonna get offered, I should be in that group.
Yeah.
But it's never, and I guess it like I don't go to the like seedy ones.
Yeah.
I'm not like, the one I go to is on St. Mark's. So that's
nice.
like,
dude, it's
it could
so
be,
much
I guess,
harder.
but it's like, does that happen very often? Like, did you have coworkers that were?
Well, this is the
fucking
thing.
The clients too. Like,
there aren't, so like in Virginia, there weren't, even when I was in school, there was like, it was me and 2 other guys, and then like 10 women.
Okay.
So in my mind, I was looking like, okay, cool. Like the whole reason I wanted to do massage was like, okay, if I can't play a professional sport, I'll just work for the team and be the massage therapist on the sidelines. Cool.
I got you.
So then I was like, so we were doing that, and then I was going to do it for that, but my teachers would always like really stress like you got to be careful for like clients trying to like do shit with you. And in my mind at the time, I was like, oh well, I'm a guy, so like that's dope, but like that's more what you're talking about is more for like the women, so I didn't have to worry about it. But there was one time where I was massaging this guy, and he was a professor for a community college, and he seemed gay.
Sure.
Like he was dressed really nice. He looked like Kid Cudi.
There's a vibe.
Yeah, like dude, I'm talking about. He looked like he could lead Harry Potter to Hogwarts.
Great.
Like at the train station, like
the image is perfect.
Yo,
in my
like
mind.
a pocket watch. Like he was like dressed like Farnsworth Bentley type style.
Okay.
So he had became my regular, and what he would do, he started doing like little shit. Like he would get naked completely, but it's like dudes don't get naked, especially like I know I give a good massage, but it's like, dude, like why are you being this comfortable with me?
Yeah,
it's just odd. So he would always like undress, but his underwear would be on the top, and he would like the where your like chode should be at in your boxer briefs. He would like it was like a steeple, like
you just lay it on there. Wow. So it's kind of like, all right, I'm going to make this as easy for you to take off as possible if you want to. And then when he like rolled over, what would happen?
Oh, well, so this is the
fall
thing.
off his body and then just bare ass would be there.
In school, we learned about like draping. So like we can it's basically like tucking someone in so when they move, they're still tucked.
Gotcha.
So like shout out to RuPaul's Drag Race. So it was one day, and he would tip me a lot. Yeah. Like it was kind of like crazy that he would do that, because it was like,
well, that's how you like if you're trying to hit on a bartender, you tip him a lot.
Yep.
And then
dude,
hey.
So it was a Sunday. It was a Sunday, and it's like we were open from like 12 to 6, and he was my last massage, and it was like 15 minutes left in the 90-minute. And I'm doing like, because I did like mostly like sports massage and like deep tissue type shit.
Sure.
So I'm like going from his
getting elbows and like knuckles.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck. Like, oh yeah, if you want to hurt, I got you.
That's the type of massage that I like, because it's like no. I'm here to fix something. Yeah. I'm not here to like get a little rub and then leave. Like,
do elbows,
fucking
fists.
fix me, goddamn it.
Yeah, dude. Shit was crazy. So like. I used my fist, the flats of my fist, and I was going from the back of his knee
into his asshole.
Up to yeah. And then I would go up, and once I got to like his hip bone, he like jerked. And I was like, oh shit, my bad. Is like too much pressure? He was like, no, it's fine. He's face down at the time.
Yeah.
So I do it again, and he flips over and pulls his dick out completely hard. And he's like motioning it to me. I'm like, I'm out. I just like walk out. Like, oh my God.
Wow. That is aggressive.
Dude, it was like it was like he was crafting a dick to present to me. Like it was like the PowerPoint of dicks. It's like I worked on this. And I walk out and I go to my manager, and like, when I work at a place, I'm like fucking around all the time.
Sure.
So I go to the manager, I'm like, this motherfucker just showed me his dick, and then she's like,
yeah,
whatever.
right.
And I was like, no, like he showed me his dick, and she's like, all right, just go back to the room and tell him this. I was like, I'm not going back.
Yeah, right. Send a woman in there, because
and it was fucked up because like I go to the door, I crack the door open, I'm like, hey, massage over, you can just go to the front, whatever. So he goes to the front, I'm in the break room, and I'm like I'm calling all my friends.
Yeah. And
one of my friends, Jay, I'm telling him the situation. He's like, yeah, man, I could tell that really affected you. I was like, and then they tell him,
like fucking
like you don't expect, like for real, like you don't expect to see a dick at your job. Like if you're at Starbucks
No.
and someone's like, "Yeah, give me a cortada," and then they give you money, you're like, "Oh, by the way, here's my cock." Like,
Yeah.
it's like-
No.
And then I thought they were gonna like get rid of his membership, but then they were just like, "Well, you just can't come to this one."
Jesus Christ. What is this, the Catholic Church? Like, come on. Do they really need his $15? He's probably a frequent customer
Dude,
for them to do that.
What's funny about that too? I remember I was doing a show in DC. This is like a year after, and I'm with my girlfriend at the time, and she's with a couple of people that she knew from DC, and they're like, "All right, we're about to go into the show, but we're waiting for a bunch of other people to come, whatever." So we're outside and we're waiting, and I see some people walking down the street, and one of the people was that guy. And then he walks up, and then I'm like, I know this guy. Like, I know this guy.
It's that thing where you like kind of recognize someone, but it's not in the right spot, so you're just like not 100% sure. Like I've run into people in New York City that I went to high school with in Michigan, and it's that same like staring at him from across the train. I was like, are you that fucking person? Like,
Dude. And then I'm like, look, I was like, I think that's the guy. And then I could tell he like sees me and like goes back in time in his head. And then they're like, yeah, it's kind of late, so we're just going to go. And I was talking to my girlfriend. I was like, that's the fucking guy that showed me his dick. Yo. Oh, my God.
she's like, he showed me his dick too. And you're like, what?
Dude, it's just, I mean, women, like, some of the, like, I remember sometimes I'll be, like, working on people's, like, I'll do, like, the cranial type work, like
Sure.
the head shit and shit. And there will be women, like, there was this one lady in particular. She was, like, a teacher. Black lady, and she was bad. She was pretty bad, older black lady, and she would always like just be naked. And when she's like laying on her back, I'm working on her scalp, and she would always like move a lot.
Okay.
And her boobs were huge, so like there were so many times that I'm massaging her, and her titties are just out, and I'm just like. Like, dude, I got a license through the nursing board.
I was gonna say, what is that like from your perspective? Because I would assume you're not like over here into it. You're kind of freaking out. You're like, oh no, I can't. This is not good.
Well, I'm also
Right?
a terrible person, so like they were out for a little bit. Like, who gets to see titties at their job and don't work at a strip club?
Okay, but it's right. So it's not like, ooh, titties. Like now I'm getting like all revved up. It's like it's like seeing a cool animal at the zoo. You're like, I like that this is here right now. Okay, that's good. That makes sense.
Dude, it's so much worse for guy
You're
massage
so fucking
therapists.
canceled.
Like-
You're done. You looked at titties for 2 seconds longer than you should have.
But like
You're
women,
done.
like what women don't like. So there will be some women that will come in and like, you know, it's kind of like a, I don't know, it's kind of like a dream per se, like getting a massage and a good one by a guy who's like looks decent or whatever. And like,
Sorry. Keep going. This is the way you said that. It's by a hot guy. It's the hottest guy in the metro Washington, D.C. area.
and like, I'll never forget this chick. She was like 26, 27, and she's laying face up, and I'm working on her scalp, and she's just like, her eyes are closed, and she's like licking her lips and like moaning and
Damn,
shit.
dude.
I'm like, you motherfucker.
You can't do that. Come on.
It sucks, man. The job sucks, man. It didn't really suck until I tried to come to New York, because in New York, so when I got my license, you have to hands-on, trade school hands-on, you got to do 972 hours of massage therapy. But you got to do it with your eyes
That
closed.
is a ton.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean you got to do with your eyes closed?
Because they're holistic, so they're like, if you take away a sense, it makes the other ones better.
Oh, the people have their eyes closed.
No, we have our eyes closed.
So you're trying to massage them with your eyes closed.
Yes.
That sounds like it'd be really hard. But also, like, a body's a body, right? Like, once you kind of get a sense of, like, all right, the shoulders are here, so then the hips are going to be down here, and the leg, all right.
You can feel everything. But then it got to a point where it's like you got 972 hours. Every time the teachers, when you were working on someone, you can only do it with your eyes closed and stuff. So like 18 months massaging with your eyes closed. And then when I tried to move to New York and get it switched over, New York is interesting because you need 1,000 hours.
Oh,
and
so you needed like 30 more hours.
Exact, but you can't go take a class that's 30 hours.
Oh.
You got to go through the whole schooling again.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, dude. It was so fun. I was like, I could have been making so much money as soon as I moved to New York.
Yeah.
But like, I even called Massage Envy. I was like, the Massage Envy in New York, I was like, yo, like, I've been doing it for 6 years. Like, just let me in here. Like, I just need money. And then it just didn't work. And then it's the nursing board. And then the pandemic happened. So everything closed. So I couldn't even attempt to get my license switched over.
Damn.
I was doing like massages under the table, like
above the table, under the table. I was doing massages in hotel rooms.
Oh my God. Yeah, man, the massage shit is just I just stop. If I do it now, it has to be for a lot of money under the table. Like,
I see. I got you. Because that's what, when you walked in, you were saying you worked at like a hostel type thing. And that can't pay as much as like massage.
All.
Okay.
Nowhere near. I could work, if I do 3 massages a day for 3 or 4 days in New York, I can pay my rent.
No shit.
That's insane.
Sounds like you got to get them other hours. Oh, dude. But yeah, that would be any customer service job is fucking tough. And the other part about massage therapists that I actually tried to do this as a bit for a while, and I couldn't, because I didn't have the like know-how of being a massage therapist, but just the amount of ugly people that you must have had to massage, where you're just like, you're lifting up flaps of skin that haven't been washed. Like, a lot of people smell. A lot of, like, there's no, because I'm going in there and I'm self-conscious of, like, do I smell? Like, I always make sure that I take a shower before I go. My hair is clean, all this other stuff. And then you see someone else in the lobby. They look super hungover. Like, they haven't had a shower in 2 days.
Yep.
And I'm sitting there just thinking, like, wow, these massage therapists, they're not making enough money to deal with this person that is in this waiting room with me.
I remember
right
one
now.
time there was this guy, I had 1 hour left, and this guy, he called before closing time, and I was the only one there, and I was like, okay, cool, it's been slow, I'll take another massage. And the front desk was like, all right, so there's this guy, he's kind of nervous about getting a massage because he has a lot of skin tags and keloids on his body.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, I've massaged people that had like lost limbs and all that shit. So it's like, okay, fine, whatever.
Sure, whatever.
Dude, he comes in and his back was fucking covered, like the Nickelodeon Splat, but a keloid on his back.
Oh, Jesus.
And I'm just like, this is fucked up.
What is a keloid exactly? I have an image in my mind.
It's like raised skin, but inside of it's just like flesh. So like, think about the Nickelodeon Splat, but like raised off the skin.
Oh. Damn, dude. God damn it.
Dude, he was like, I had went over it while he was face down. I went over his back with one of them, and he was like, oh, that feels so good. I'm like, oh my God.
Did you like put on gloves, like medical gloves or something?
So this is the thing. I never wanted it, because there were people that put on gloves, but I never wanted someone, because I was looking at the money. So if I make you feel good,
right,
I'm going to get more money. But there were some chicks, like chicks from the hood, they would be like, bitch, I'm putting on gloves. I'm putting on 2 gloves on one hand. Fuck this shit. I was just like, dude, like, don't you want to? She's like, no, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
fuck
no. It's not worth the extra $10 you can get as a tip.
I've had people, like the hot people, the people that get really hot, and the massage table's heated, right? So
Is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Not the cheap ass one that I go to. I think it's cold as shit until I'm on there for like 20 minutes. Honestly, it's nice. I like a cold table.
Me too.
Don't give me one I don't want to sweat while I'm in there.
Dudes it would be like the worst shaped, like cubicle guy.
Oh.
And he's like sweating on the table. I'm like, I could turn down the table if you like. And he's like, no, it's fine. And like his back, like the back hairs on those dudes, my fingers are like running through the back hair.
Oh my God, dude.
And it's just hot.
No.
The oil and the butter is just like coagulating.
Oh my God. I didn't even think about the hair. Like, I'm not a hairy person. Not a lot of hair going on right here. I am Northern European. Like, I'm almost translucent. Like, I glow in the dark, but I have no hair. God, dare like a giant Greek dude where you're just like you're running your hands through like a full carpet.
Awful.
God.
And this is Virginia too. So Virginia's a military state. So most of the people that I get coming in, they're like, oh, I'm a EMT that works overnight, or
Sure.
I'm a ranger, or like I'm in the Marines. So these are like jacked UFC style people.
Yeah.
And like one dude, he was like in the Army. He was like, he had a 2-hour massage, and I was one of the few people that did a 2-hour massage.
That's a long time to
That
give
is
a
a
massage.
long ass.
I've given like 30-minute massages to like my girlfriend, and at the end of that I'm like, my wrist, I need a massage from giving this massage. I'm dying over here.
Dude, 2 hours.
2 hours. That's a workout. That is a legitimate, like, you got to set up the Fitbit and try to calculate calories you burned.
And he was in the Army, so he was like, you know, he's used to wearing like fatigues and shit. But what was fucked up about it, he was like, yeah, I want a 2-hour massage, but can you massage my feet for the entire time?
A 2-hour foot massage? That's a joke.
Like, dude,
I'd be like, that's a good one. But like, actually, what are we doing here?
I was like,
I got 45 minutes for you.
I was like, do you like, are you sure? Like, I was trying to like talk him out of it without
There's
being
just
like,
not that much to cover.
I was like, I can, if I work on your calves, it'll like loosen up. Like trying to work.
Yeah, no,
up.
that is true though. Like if your feet are super tight, you got to loosen up your hips, your legs, your back. The whole fucking thing is all connected.
Dude,
you know
I
this.
massaged a dude's foot, 2 dudes' feet for 2 hours. 1 hour on one and an hour.
You know when you got to tenderize meat, so you put it in a bag and then you just like, so it starts off like it's got some composure to it, and then by the end of it, it's just mush. That's how I'm picturing this dude's feet.
I was trying to do add-ons and shit. I'm like, yeah, I could do a sugar foot scrub. Just trying to make it like just fit for the 2 hours. And I was just like in there.
An hour on one foot.
Dude, it was fucked up.
How much did he pay you?
I mean, he didn't really. So he tipped me like $20, $25.
You got to tip someone $100 for that.
Yeah, and I'm not getting, like I said, if the hour is 15, the 2 hour is 30, but it's like, I mean, come on. It's only 30?
Yeah.
Like for 2 hours, and your feet are fucked up. This dude's wearing fatigue.
Oh, I'm sure his feet were fucked up.
Oh my God.
This wasn't like an office, like sit on his ass all day type of guy.
I remember one lady, she it was her first massage, and I never like massaging people. It was their first time. And
Why is that? It's
like,
super sensitive. They don't really know. Okay,
that's what it is. It's sensitive because she was like, I started massaging her thigh, and she like freaked out on me. She was like, no one's allowed to touch my thighs except for my husband. I'm like, all right, bitch. I mean, you got a husband? Look at your thigh. Like, look at you. Like, come on, man. Yeah. It was just like, it was the most interesting job. You get paid a lot of money, but it was just like, dude, like, I can't do this. I'm starting to get carpal tunnel because of these people's like feet and shit. Like, people, and it was people, they'll like go to Planet Fitness and then come get a massage.
Yeah, you can't.
No shower.
I'm sure that feels great to like. And if you're a billionaire, then fine, pay someone $100,000 a year to be that fucking person. But that's so like, selfish. People are selfish, dude. And I'm glad that my thought waiting in the massage in the room, like to go there about like, wow, these people must be horrible to massage. Was accurate.
God. The
was
couples
correct.
massage sucked a lot too because like,
oh yeah,
there will be some times where like it'll be me and then a female therapist, and then it'll be the man and the woman, and then like the woman, I get the woman and the woman would get the guy. But when I would do the intake, where when you walk into the waiting area,
sure,
or tranquility room,
sure. I was never tranquil. I was anxious about how horrible the people sitting around me were. God damn.
So we're in there, and like I remember one time it was this dude. He looked like too short but darker.
Okay.
And he had the fitted, fresh white tee, like 3 gold chains,
Looking
like
clean.
okay, just superb, like right. Houston, Texas. Fucking, I got a fucking Cutlass Supreme on 25 type shit. And as soon as we do the intake and we take him inside the room, and she's consulting the guy and I'm consulting the chick, and then we leave to go outside the room so they can get disrobed, and he walks out, goes to the front desk. And then they cancel the massage, and then I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, because when you cancel massage, like you don't get that money. The company gets the money.
What?
Because they canceled the massage.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, I canceled it, so I'll rebook it, but I got to pay a cancellation fee that doesn't go to the therapist.
Oh, all right.
And I was like, okay, this sucks because like two people are losing out on money.
Yeah.
And then I went to the front desk and I was like, yo, like what happened? And the dude, one of the chicks, she was like, well, the guy didn't feel comfortable with you massaging his wife. I was like, you fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Like, you think I want to, how the fuck
now
am
you
I
know
gonna...
what happens in every 3-way.
Yeah. It's like, it was just crazy, man. I every once in a while I think like I want a massage, but then like now I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, you might have ruined massages for me. I'm gonna be honest. I love a good massage, but God damn it,
dude,
I'm definitely making sure I take a shower beforehand, which I never would have done anyway. But
yeah, I mean,
I even feel bad for like if you go to get your hair cut and you didn't take a shower.
Oh, I don't. Yeah,
but all right. Well, white people got real greasy hair, so
all right.
that is I think part of it.
Okay.
But the funny, if you go to like at the barber that I go to, they offer to like wash your hair.
Shut the fuck up.
And
that's fire.
I still want to take a shower before if I am doing that, which I've done a couple of times because it's fucking nice. If you've never had the hair person, the barber or the stylist wash your hair before they cut it, it is real fucking nice.
Oh.
I'm still so self-conscious. They're washing my hair, but I will wash my hair before they wash my hair because I don't want them to be like, this greasy fuck coming in here. I got to like get all this shit out. They don't care. There's no way that I'm the grossest person.
But
they're going to see that
though.
afternoon. I know. But it's like, God, you're just going to make me
Some
more.
Some people are just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I just fucking took a shit and I want you to massage my glutes. It's like, dude, come on. Really?
Oh God, dude, people are terrible. I can't work customer service again. We were talking about it before. I get mad enough at my coworkers now, and I work at like a tech company where it's like you had to have a college degree to be working there, and they're still just as bad or just as dumb. And it's like,
what have you ever had to like fire someone or write someone up?
I have, yeah.
Oh shit! How did that go?
I hated his guts. So I was pretty fucking excited.
It was based on performance.
When my boss was finally like, not only was it based on performance, like he was bad, but he was actively trying to sabotage the rest of the team because I would get on him about, so he would like, it was a sales job. And so he would fake a bunch of his calls. He would just so when you can do automated dialing, so it's just like one click dialing and it'll run down a list. You do that. So he would click hang up, click hang up, click hang up, so he could rip through 90 calls in about 10 minutes.
Oh my God,
fucking idiot didn't realize like I can go into the logs and realize that all 90 of his calls took a second and a half. And so like he's making fake calls, he's not sending emails, I'm giving this to him, he's not doing this, he's not doing this. I go to my boss, I'm like, he needs to go. My boss's boss was like, he can't go. We can't do that. Somehow he finds out. And so then he like tried to do everything that he could to like get at me. Mm-hmm. But he also was done with the job. So in the middle of the job, he'd be like, all right, I'm going to lunch. And he would be gone for like 3 or 4 hours. We'd message him. He was like, where are you? And he's like, I'm working from the place I got lunch at. We find out a month later because he told someone he got a part-time job at Lululemon.
What?
So we would be in an office.
Oh my God.
We would be in an office. He'd be supposed to be doing his sales job, and instead he would go for 3 to 4 hours to Lululemon, work the floor for a second, and then come back before 5 and be like, yep, I worked from the restaurant. And I could see all of his stuff. I was like, no, you didn't. You didn't do anything. It was all so you could get half off of Lululemon.
Dude, that's fucked up.
Gen Z, man, they're fucking creative.
Do they, and you don't have to answer if it's going to mess up your job stuff or whatever.
Oh,
but
this was my, 2 jobs ago.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
When that was happening, did you have to go through a, okay, here's a verbal warning.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit sucks dick. I hate that shit.
It was, so it wasn't official. Like, it had to be, we had to do it, we had to be able to say we did it. And so we were able to sit him down and be like, we need you to do better. That's like the verbal warning right there.
I love those.
Then the written one was kind of like, all right, you're officially on the rocks right now. But then he kind of called our bluff.
I fucking
He's
hate
like, what are you going to do?
that.
Because he found out that my boss's boss, who was the CEO, was not going to let him go. And so that was the end of that. As soon as he knew he wasn't going to, and it took the entire company to get this person fired. It was awful. It was fucking terrible. And that's where we got to end, dude, because we got to go to this show.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's going to be a lot of fun. Where can people find you?
You can find me on I have a podcast called No Keep Talking Podcast. Where
Keep Talking.
Talk about fucking I get bad.
All right.
Like, shit I say up there is going to get me fired.
All right.
But
so go check it out. Not for the faint of heart.
No Keep Talking Podcast on YouTube and what's the other shit?
Spotify,
IG, Facebook, all that shit at Torrey Huggins. Just if you wanna hear some fucked up shit while you're at work, on your way to work, away from work, definitely listen to that shit, bro.
There you go. All right.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man. Follow me at Corey T Comedy on all social media. And if you're in New York, come check out Ope, a comedy show, every single week at Ferns in the East Village. That is where we are literally going after this. Torrey's on the show tonight. And if you're in New York and you listen to this podcast and you wanted to see Torrey, hit me up on Instagram. Tell me that you want him to be on the show, and I'll book him again. Get him back on the show just for you, the loyal listeners of Kind of an Expert. Dude, thank you so much for doing this.
Yo, thanks for having me, man. Hell yeah.